Have you ever noticed the three little stripes on a squirrel's back? Tonight's story is how they got there. A mighty bridge, a noble lord, and the smallest helper of all. This is the squirrel who helped build the bridge. Let's begin. Long ago, on the shore of a great blue ocean, stood Lord Ram, the noblest prince who ever lived, kind of heart and beloved by all. But today, his face was heavy with worry. Someone he loved dearly had been taken far across the sea, to a distant island called Lanka. He had to bring her home. But the ocean was too wide for any ship to carry an army. So Ram had to build something never built before. A bridge across the sea. He was not alone. Beside him stood the mighty Vanara army, the noble monkey warriors, strong, fierce and loyal, led by Hanuman, who could leap across mountains. They bowed. "We will build your bridge, my lord." And so it began, the greatest bridge ever attempted. The Vanaras carried enormous boulders, tree trunks, whole hillsides. Splash, splash. Stone by stone, the path across the ocean began to grow. High on a nearby branch, a tiny squirrel watched it all. She was smaller than a coconut, with bright, curious eyes. And in her little heart, something stirred. She wanted to help too. Down she climbed, scampering across the warm sand, past giant feet and towering warriors. Everyone was so big. She was so small, but her heart was full of love for Ram. The Vanaras carried mountains, but the squirrel could only carry a tiny pebble. She picked one up in her mouth and ran toward the ocean. Plop! Her pebble made barely a ripple. But she didn't stop. Back she ran for another. Plop! And another. Again and again. All day long she ran, pebble by pebble, grain by grain. Sometimes she carried sand in her fur. She never stopped, never rested. She had no boulders to give, but she gave her whole heart. The mighty Vanaras noticed her, trying so hard with such tiny things. And one of them began to laugh. "Little one, what are you doing? Your pebbles are so small, and we carry mountains. You cannot help us. Go back to your tree." The squirrel stopped. Her heart sank. The pebble fell from her mouth. She was so small. Maybe they were right. But someone else had been watching. Lord Ram himself. He had counted every pebble, felt every trip she made. Slowly he rose and walked toward her. The noblest being in all creation knelt on the warm sand. The Vanaras fell silent. Ram gently lifted the tiny squirrel into his royal hands. She trembled. He looked at her tenderly. "Little one, do not listen to those who laugh. The Vanaras carry mountains because they are strong. But you carry pebbles because it is all you have. And you gave it all with your whole heart." He turned to the Vanaras. "No offering is too small if it is given with love. The gods do not measure size. They measure heart. This little one has given me more than any boulder." The Vanaras lowered their heads in shame. Then Ram gently stroked her back with 3 fingers. And where his divine touch fell, 3 shining stripes appeared, golden and beautiful, a mark of her love. He placed her gently on the sand. "From this day on, every squirrel shall carry these 3 stripes, so the world will remember that the smallest love is the greatest love." She bowed, her eyes shining with joy. And even today, if you look closely at any little Indian squirrel, you will see them, 3 white stripes down her back. Not a coincidence, but a memory, a blessing, the mark of Ram's fingers, a reminder that no love, however small, is ever forgotten. Jai Shri Ram. No act of love is too small. When you give with your whole heart, even the smallest offering shines like gold. The gods do not measure size. They measure love.